Before we get started on today's video, we would like to let you know about an upcoming sale. TCG Players Cyber Weekend is just around the corner. From November 29th to December 2nd, they'll be offering 10% store credit site-wide on all purchases. We at Tower Cards and Games will be celebrating this sale by offering free shipping to all of our customers. Furthermore, if you spend $50 or more and you let us know that you came from a YouTube video, we will add a Fallout Collector sample pack to your order free of charge, while supplies last. Without any further delay, let's get back to today's video. How's it going, everybody? It's Taylor with Tower Cards and Games, back for another cracking unboxing. But before we get started, I'd just like to apologize in advance if it sounds like I have a frog in my throat. I've been under the weather the past few days, and hopefully on the other side of it, but I may sniffle a few times or have to lean away and cough, but we'll try to edit all of that out in advance. But I wasn't going to let anything stop me from getting in front of a camera today and opening up what just came in the mail. That's right, folks. It's finally time. I talked about it in one of our last videos, but I have in my possession a master's case of Foundation Collector Booster Boxes. Oh yes, I am so very excited to get into this. This one's been a long time coming, and I am very excited to get to share this with you all today. We are going to be walking through all of this product, and really, there's just so many good things to find in this. This is a extremely desirable product. It's going to be around for the next 5 years, but the collector was only run once. So everybody wants to get a piece of this. And just as a note right now, for those tuning in to watch, we're going to be opening the entire Master's case. From my perspective, it's going to be one recording, but we're going to cut this up by the case. So you're going to get 4 separate videos of 4 different cases. And then after we've uploaded all of that, we're going to turn the whole thing into one great big mega video, if you will. We'll be doing our formatting that we've adopted, where I'm going to speed up the footage as I'm putting stacks of cards together just so that we can get straight into the action. But other than that, oh my gosh. I'm so excited to get into this, folks. It's the potential of what we can pull in here. There's so many things to talk about. But I wouldn't be doing my job if first I talked to you about TCGplayer.com. That's right, folks. We are a seller on TCGplayer.com. Click that link down below. Go check out what we've got to offer. We have an inventory, as the time of this video, of over 130,000 cards live and ready to be bought. And with over 20,000 satisfied customers under our belt, there's no sale that's too big or too small for us to take care of. Go ahead and check out that link, folks. You will be happy with what you find. With all that out of the way, let's get into this. Oh, gosh. I am just so giddy. I hope my sniffles and whatnot don't get the better of us. We can always edit some of that stuff out in the process, but oh, man. I am so excited to get into this, you guys. There are so many cool things to find in this product. Look at that. You know, as a seller, I usually don't let these things get the better of me. I always try to act as professional as possible, if there is even such a thing. But yeah, this one I've had my eye on for a while. It's really a return to form of what we used to call the core sets, which gosh, I can't remember when the last one was. Was that was the last core set 2015? I can't quite remember. Maybe my editor will bail me out on that one. But yeah, every year or so, we would get a set that was more or less just going to help define the state of Standard over the course of that year. And inside it, you usually got some really cool stuff, or combo pieces or archetype support, things of that nature. And so it was always really interesting whenever a new core set would roll around. It would help shape sort of the expectations and the deck designs of what was going to be coming out in Standard for the next year. And so for us to be coming back to something like this, it's a little exciting, but it's going to be over the next 5 years. I mean, gosh, when I heard that, I did a double take. I wasn't sure if my sources were correct, but lo and behold, the next 5 years, we're going to be seeing Foundations. So there will be a lot of incredible cards in this that you're going to be seeing over the next 5 years. And furthermore, there may even be some things that at the time of opening this product at this video there may be things that we aren't exactly blown away by. We might look at them and say, oh, no, that's a decent card, but nothing crazy right now. But in the next 5 years, something could come out that completely, changes the nature of that. And suddenly something that maybe is middle of the road or, a B plus in this set, if you will call it that, suddenly it becomes an incredible thing that helps shape the fate of Standard over the next 5 years. So it's not going to be until 2030 until we see this change, as long as Wizards sticks to their word. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, we know Wizards is, if they're anything, they're good at sticking to a plan they set. Give me a break. Anyway, we're going to get into this. We're going to speed up this footage. I'm going to make some stacks of cards here, one box at a time as we roll through this case. And like I said, folks, we're going to have 4 cases to open, 4 videos to watch, and then you'll get to see a big one at the end. So, without any further delay, let's get into this. I am so excited.
Oh my God, I can't breathe, and I don't know why. Angels come and they leave to the midnight sky. You only know how much you meant. You only know the time we spent.
All right, we're back, folks. See, that didn't take too long. All right, now before we get into this, just a couple notes about the design of this set. The cards are in a different location or arrangement as they were compared to the previous set, that was Duskmourn. As memory serves, and of course, we're going to open it and find out right now. The tokens are at the front of the pack, and right behind them, we get straight into the rares, as I understand it, with then going uncommons and commons in a descending order. That's kind of good for the way we've been doing it, because, as we say here at the channel, life is too short to look at commons. But, all things being fair, through this first box, I'd like to actually look at everything and kind of see some of the stuff we have in the uncommon and common range, because they're going to be around for a while, and we might find some pretty cool things in there. I know there's something in the uncommon slot that once I find it, I'll talk about it, but yeah, oh my gosh, I am so excited, you folks. Oh man, giddy. I'm giddy. I need to control myself. I'm going to have a little sip of water before we get started. Actually water that time. And we are gonna, oh man, we're gonna get tucked in. Now, as far as the rarities in this set, we have the Japanese alt arts returning, and you can get them in what's called the Fracture foil. It's the same as the one from the last set. I think before I was calling it Shatter foil because I couldn't quite remember the name, but Fracture foil, that is the legal definition. You can get a Fracture foil Japanese alt art for a number of cards, and you know what, folks? I'm just saying it right now. We're going to get some, so we can talk about them when we see them. Below that, we have what's called a mana foil. That's a first-time appearance in this set. It is a textured foil that has the mana symbols. They're going to be going like diagonally across the card. Excuse me, folks. Sorry. Being sick, it's a messy business. But I didn't want to let anything stop me from getting to open this up as soon as I got it. Especially because at the time of recording this video, this is before the street date. So I knocked back some cold syrup. I drank a coffee. I drank another coffee. And then I drank another coffee. And now I'm here in front of the camera. Just so excited. I'm ready to get into this. So let's not waste any more time. We've got our rabbit token. Now, like I said, this should immediately cut straight into the rares. So we should be getting some pretty crazy stuff right from the rip. So let's find out, folks. Oh my gosh. Just like that. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Oh man. This is one of the very desirable cards from this set. We're going to take a closer look. But in order to do that, I have to pull it off of the stack. And underneath, we're going to have something else. So bear with me, folks. I'm going to look at the rares, and then I'll pull the cards up and we'll take a closer look at them. All right? 9 Lives Familiar. Curator of Destinies. Time Stop. Oh, man, there's an oldie but a goodie. And Krenko Mob Boss. Awesome. Okay. now that we've done that, let's take a look at this guy. Oh man, what a cool card. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. He's a 5/5 for 5 flying, death touch, and whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Gosh, what a monster. And what a cool looking card too. Oh my gosh, it's giving me the sniffles. I'm getting all choked up over here. But not to sell these other cards short. Krenko Mob Boss, classic, seeing a return here. Time Stop, I mean, gosh, it's a bit expensive, but I am looking forward definitely to... Oh, hey, let's go in. There we go. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing people make Time Stop work in a deck. End the turn, just like that. Your turn is over! Curator of Destiny, spell can't be countered. Flying, when this creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library and separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Another excellent card. And the 9 Lives Familiar. This was actually one of the first cards that got spoiled from the set, if memory serves. And of course, I like cats, as we know here at the channel. So, of course, a cat card, as well as cat tribal support out of this set, very much appeals to me. But this is such a cool card. I love the flavor. This was one of the cards I was talking about looking forward to very much. I knew I was going to get a copy of it, so I would get a chance to talk about it once I saw it. But, yeah, this is such cool. Look at that flavor. He enters with 8 revival counters when you cast it. If you cast it, I should say. And when it dies... If it had a revival counter on it, return it to the battlefield with 1 fewer at the beginning of the next end step. It's literally playing on the trope of, a cat has 9 lives. And then, of course, the flavor, curiosity stopped keeping score. What a cool card. Yeah. But, of course, right out the gate, Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Man, that is so cool. And also, all of these lands cycle coming out of here, the full art. Let's get a zoom in on that. Let's get, come on. Focus up. Come on, please. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, all these full art land cycle that are coming out of here. There's 2 for each color, I believe. And each one of them features a different planeswalker that represents that color doing something quintessential to what that planeswalker is. So in this case, we have Liliana roaming the graveyard, doing God only knows what. And as always, we'll keep our full art lands in a different pile. So let's take a look at some of these commons and uncommons. Just briefly. Adventuring Gear. All right. Landfall, whenever creature you control enters, equipped creature gets +2/+2. Oh, that's solid. Heartfire Emulator. All right. Another red target with prowess. Sack the creature. It deals damage equal to its power. Oh, yeah. That's really become a new trend in the red cards. So there you go. Keeping that trend moving forward. Eager Truffle Snout. Okay, so trample. Oh, and whenever he deals damage, you make a food token. Solid. Joust Through. Ooh, that's pretty evocative art. I like that. 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, and you gain 3 life. Or no, 3. You gain 1 life. Sorry. But for 1 mana, instant. That's solid. I like that. Ah, yes, and we get the gain lands. Gain 1 life. Oh, a little bit of bending on that. You can see that, folks. Not quite a potato chip, but it's never something you like to see when these sets come out. Llanowar Elves. Yeah, that's one that we are definitely looking forward to getting in its Japanese alt art. It's a gorgeous card. We're going to get one, so I'll show you when it happens. Don't even worry about it, editor. I'm just going to pull one, okay? Mocking Sprite, Vanguard Seraph, Icewind Elemental, and that's the end of that pack. All right. Let's keep this tempo moving a little bit, and let's get right into the next set's rare. It's so cool having them being right under. I mean, once we really tuck into the speed of this, it's gonna be oh my gosh, folks. Oh my gosh. we have a fracture foil under this card right now. Do you see that? You see that, folks? The glare catching that? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's control ourselves. We have a fracture foil under this. Let's find out what we got And how, oh my, they're all hits. They're all hits. Let's check this out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hang on. Let's just step away for a second. I gotta breathe because I can feel myself. I have to cough right now. Sorry, like I mentioned before, folks, I'm a little under the weather, but oh my gosh. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Oh, let's pick this up. I mean, okay. Happy to see you, Zur Asher, but hang on, I'm going to slide this very gingerly. Oh my gosh, look at that card. We already know what it does, but oh my gosh, what a gorgeous card. I'm going to angle it a little bit away from the direct light because that foiling is just so explosive and eye-catching that even just a little bit of light. Oh my gosh. Wow. This early in and we just pulled... Oh, wow. That is so cool, you guys. I am going to grab a sleeve for that right now. Wow. 2 Bloodthirsty Conquerors. Oh, hang on. Get in there. Oh, my gosh. 2 Bloodthirsty Conquerors right out the gate. Wow. What? You know, I've made this joke before on the channel that I'm always borrowing against the future whenever I pull this good stuff. I always have a feeling like getting something good now means that later on I'm going to get something that's not as good. But my gosh, I am just never punished on this channel, folks. Except the fact that I got sick, so maybe that's what it has to do. I'm going to be pulling great cards, but at the expense of the fact that I get sick in between box openings. So you know what? Frankly, folks, I think it's worth it. Let's keep rolling on. But I mean, my gosh, you guys. Maybe we'll do a rough market total when we get to the end of the box. We'll tally up like just the mythics. I mean, there's a lot of value to find in the rares, but we'll tally up and do a rough price on how we did like just off the mythics because we usually just set those aside since generally speaking, all mythics retain a decent amount of value. I mean, well, I'm sure there's some duds out there. Don't get me wrong, folks. But yeah, oh my gosh. So excited. That totally made me lose composure. That is so awesome. Pack number 2, box 1, and just boom, bomb. All right, let's keep it rolling in here, folks. Sky Knight Squire. Another cat card. Cool. All right. Slag Storm. Sorcery. Okay. 3 damage to each creature, 3 damage to each player. Hey, that's pretty solid. 3 mana as well. Yeah, no, we'll definitely be seeing more of that, I'm sure. Heck, play that on top of a couple copies of Leyline of Resonance, and, you know, your opponent's going to flip the table over. Banner of Kinship. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember hearing this coming out. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. This artifact enters with a fellowship counter on it for each creature you control of the chosen type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1 for each fellowship counter on this artifact. Oh, excuse me, folks. I'm sorry. My gosh, Banner of Kinship. Yeah, that's going to be awesome for those token decks. Some much-needed love. Oh, we got a beautiful... Let's see, which planes are... Hang on, I'm going to look at that a little closer for myself. Which... it's Loot. That's who it is on that forest. Okay, so maybe it's not just Planeswalkers. I thought it was Planeswalkers only, but yeah, up there on the... What do we call that? A coconut tree? It's the... that enigmatic character, Loot. Yeah, very cool. Snakeskin Veil. All right. A Braid. Oh, classic. Actually, wait. That's a... No, it's not. Sorry, folks. Because the set symbol looks like a star, I'm confusing it with the guest starring cards. I think a Braid has been a guest star before in other places, but how about that? Tragic Banshee, Gold Vein Pick, Thrill of Possibility, Tolarian Terror, Quick Draw Katana. Oh, nice. Luminous Rebuke, and that's the end of that pack. I'm going to make a brief cutaway, folks. I need to go clear my throat, and I don't want to have to do that on camera. I need that. That just threw me for a loop. So I'm going to leave everything right here. We're going to cut, and we'll come right back. I'll just a second, folks. Okay, we're back, folks. Sorry about that. It's the perils of being sick. I'm trying not to let it interfere with this video, but yeah, it was about to be pretty bad. I could feel a big itch in my throat. My reaction to that it started an itch that I I had to cough so badly. All right, let's get into it, folks. Exemplar of Light. Oh, nice. With that classic Zendikar style angel. Very, very cool. I love the halo over the eye. It gives him like that. It's like a blindness, but at the same time, it's an otherworldly appearance. Very cool. Electro Duplicate. Phyrexian Arena. Full art. Nice. And hey, our first Planeswalker, Chandra Flameshaper. I don't quite remember what she does. Well, she costs 7, so you'll never see her get played in a red deck, that's for certain. 6 loyalty. All right, +2, add 3 mana, exile the top 3 cards of your library. Choose one. You may play that card this turn. Hey, pretty good. +1, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it has haste, and at the beginning of the end step, sack this token. Also very good. And -4, Chandra deals 8 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. Well, hey, that's pretty good. I like that card. Don't get me wrong. She seems strong, but she costs 7, and that's kind of a death sentence. What that? You see that, folks? This Phyrexian Arena keeps trying to attack me. Kellen, Planar Trailblazer. All right, Forest. Inspiring Call, Abrade, Strongbucks Raider, Rune Sealed Wall. Oh, I love walls. One of the first commander decks I ever built was an Arcades the Strategist. It was all about walls. It was wall tribal. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. I still play that deck from time to time. Grow from Ashes. Oh, cool. Nice. That's coming back. Uncharted Voyage. Infestation Sage. Witness Protection. Okay, cool. All right. Let's keep it rolling, folks. We're going to start to speed up through those commons and uncommons. It'll reach the point where I skip them outright, but I just really wanted to check this out. Goblin, and boom. Oh, Alenda, Saint of Dusk. Nice. Really cool to see Alenda come back. Hexproof from Instance. Really cool. As long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, Alenda gets +1/+1 and has Menace. Alenda gets an additional +5/+5 as long as your life total is at least 10 greater than your starting life total. Oh, jeez. She's going to turn into a 10/10 with lifelink in a very short order. I mean, heck, in a black-white vampire deck, she may drop the field as a 10/10. Wow. What a mean, mean lady. But don't tell her I said that, because she's a 10/10 with lifelink. Oh, my God. High Society Hunter. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sack another creature if you do put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, my gosh. That's awesome. Yeah, and a vampire as well. So you go straight into that deck. Celestial Armor. All right, 2/1 with Flash. Okay, when it enters, attach it to target creature you control. It gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and then it becomes a +2 flyer. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of here, folks. And Rise of the Dark Realms. Wow, cool to see that one come back. Put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. I mean, it costs 9, but folks, that is a game ender. You're not casting. If anyone casts that and they don't win the game, you reserve the right to dunk their head in the toilet. I mean, this you play this to end the game. It's one of those. It's right up there with Omniscience, which I know is in this, and we'll definitely end up pulling one. We're going to open so many cards, but like cards like that where they're that expensive and they're that swingy, at that point, most people will surrender on principle, but not me, folks. Not me. I always want to force my opponent. It's like, nope, you did it. Now play it out. Let's see it. Because sometimes they fumble. Sometimes they make mistakes. This one, it's a little harder to mess up because you just get to take everybody's stuff from the whole game and just windmill it onto your board. But yeah, really cool to see that come back. I don't know if it'll necessarily see a lot of play because, again, it is a 9-mana card, but it's definitely cool to see that back. So welcome back, Rise of the Dark Realms. Here's one I'm not happy to see back. Authority of the Consuls. Creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you gain 1 life. I mean, gosh, and at 1 white. You know, folks, red players don't do a lot with enchantments. We rarely ever target them. And turn 1, your opponent drops that. Oh, my God. And you don't even have to look at them. You can just feel the smugness because they know they've already won the game. You know, something like that against the right deck, it just shuts you down. Oh my god, it's a good card. I guess welcome back, Authority of the Consuls. All right. And here I have Full Art Mountain. Let's see. Oh, I believe that's, if we can get a good look at that, that's Kellen, I believe, right there. Running through Thunder Junction. Yeah. What a cool set that was, Thunder Junction. You know, I think of all the play sets, or the play booster boxes that have come out, it's definitely, I think, retained some of the most value as far as time has gone by. I mean, some of the other ones are fresher than the other ones. At the time of recording this video, Bloomburrow is, I believe, 3 months old, 3.5, and Duskmourn is, I mean, still warm. It just came out. But, yeah, Thunder Junction, really, really popular set. I think a big thing that has to do with that is the fact that it has that bonus sheet in it. You know, they had designed that, what did they call it? Into the Vault, I think is what it was supposed to be called. And it was originally designed to be a set styled much like the Aftermath. But for those of you who were playing Magic during that time, as you can recall, Aftermath was not popular. It was very poorly received, and Wizards did learn their lesson. To their credit, they did pivot correctly away from that. But they had already designed most of that set. And so, as a way to not have to wear too much pie on their face, they just took it, since it was already styled after Thunder Junction, they just took the whole thing and just kind of added it into the other one. And so as a result, that set has this bonus sheet of sorts attached to it that has a lot of value in it. There's a lot of really cool cards. And I think from that as a reason, there's a lot of cool cards just in the main set itself, but that bonus sheet is going to propel the value of Thunder Junction going forward. It's already doing very well as a set, but excuse me, over the course of Standard, we will see it retain that, I believe. All right, next pack. Let's see. Zulasher, Lich Lord, and behind it, there it is, folks. Boy, did I call it Omniscience. It's almost like I'm omniscient. How cool is that? All right, there it is. If you thought paying 9 for something was bad, check that out, folks. Oh, here we go. There. You're paying 10. 7 and 3 blue enchantment. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. As a friend of mine once coined, this card is called Omniscience. And coincidentally, he is one of the least intelligent people I know. But don't tell him I said that. Omniscience. Give me a break. Omniscience. It's a game ender. And definitely, you know, in a core set like this, like we said before, they're trying to set the tone of the whole format when they put stuff like this in something that's going to be around for 5 years. So throwing in some really heavy top ends like Omniscience, like Rise of the Dark Realms, it gives people some options for something to, you know, build up to. And we do have a lot of ramp in Standard, don't get me wrong, folks, but usually if you get up to this much mana, you should have already won the game, you know, before you have to cast something like this, unless you found a way to cheat in the mana, you know, like a turn 5 Omniscience or something. It's not impossible. But, yeah, I mean, gosh, such a powerful card, but you have to pay 10 mana for it. Welcome back, Omniscience. Good to see you again. Spinner of Souls. Oh, is this new? 4/3 reach for 3. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, not bad, not bad. Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Lunar Insight. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, but it is non-land, so not quite as cool, but you'll definitely see that get played at 3 mana. Yeah, people are probably going to, you know, put this in like a 3-color deck. You'll probably see that featured. Yeah, definitely for sure that. Oh, there we go. There's that Kellen Mountain again. Seismic Rupture. Youthful. Oh, nice. Hey, I didn't realize you could get borderless cards in the uncommon slot. Wow, look at that. That's a good looking card. Oh, hang on. Let's focus in on that. Look at that art. That's actually, I think that's a very beautiful card. I like the look at that. Youthful Valkyrie, 1/3 for 2, flyer. And whenever another angel you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Definitely exactly what angels need is that something a little lower to the ground, because angel is such a heavy archetype. Everything is like 5 mana and up. And to get something like this, it gives you something to do at the very beginning of the game. And it'll pay dividends if you can keep it on the field. Awesome. Very awesome to see a borderless art like that. You know what? I'm going to put that in my rare pile just for keeping track of that. Very cool to see. Infernal Vessel, Imprison in the Moon, Bloodfell Caves, Elite. Oh, maybe we can get borderless. Probably not, but gosh, if we can get a borderless in the uncommon, maybe we'll see one in the commons. It's going to give me something that I have to sift through for just to make sure. But anyway, let's move forward, folks. Vivian Reed, Kaikar Zephyr Awakener. Oh my gosh, for a second there, folks, I thought we'd pulled some kind of Nadu, but I got scared there for a second. Bird Wizard, I mean, he looks like Nadu a lot in that regard. Very cool. Sylvan Scavenging. Hang on a second. Wasn't this just in Bloomborough? We're already getting Bloomborough reprints? Oh. Or maybe they're just using art from it. Sometimes you'll get sets where they have like leftover art that they commissioned for things, and they'll find ways to reuse it in like upcoming sets. There's a lot of examples of that over the years. All right. Oh, nice. How do I even say that? Arabu? Arabo. Arabo. Yeah, that's probably the way to say it. Arabo, the First Fang. It said all cats in the multiverse trace their lineage back to him, from the meekest kitten to the mightiest lion. Wow. Very cool. Cat Avatar. Other cats you control get +1/+1. Whenever Arabo or another token cat you control enters, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. That's solid. Cat Tribal. There you go. Cat lovers rejoice. And of course, the Day of Judgment. My gosh. I was honestly surprised to see this come back, but with all the other board wipe they've been putting in standard, it's not a tremendous surprise. Destroy all creatures. Yep. Definitely going to be seeing a lot of that. And boom, right behind it, Genesis Wave. Here's another one of these game enders. It's X and 3 green. Hey, let's get a look at that, folks. X and 3 green, reveal the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of permanent cards with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Then put all cards revealed this way that weren't put onto the battlefield into your graveyard. It's one of those, if you cast this, you should be winning the game. You know, most people aren't going to be casting Genesis Wave for 2. You know, it's just kind of a waste. You know, they're going to be just turning all of their mana sideways as much as they can make, and in green, that's quite a bit. So definitely don't be surprised if you see Genesis Wave actually make an appearance in Standard. It is a strong card. Oh, here we go. That's a Chandra. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Chandra, old Chandra. You know, for the longest time, when the Magic scene first got started, for the Planeswalkers, Jace was more or less like the poster boy of all Planeswalkers. But as time has gone on, it's kind of shifted over. I mean, he's still very much a main character, let's call it, in the story. But now you see a lot more featuring of characters like Chandra or Liliana. It's cool to see. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite Planeswalker is. And not necessarily because of if the card was the strongest or not, but what your favorite one is. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you say. And so, of course, I can tell you that you're wrong. All right. Hang on a second, folks. I'm just going to very quickly... and we're back. All right. Let's get right into the gas, you guys. Zombie token revealing... Oh my gosh, yes! There's another one. Twin Flame Tyrant. What a powerful card. This guy, he is definitely at the top of desirable stuff in the Japanese variant category. Here, let's just take a look. What a God, what a crazy... Here. Wow, look at that art. Wow. He's a 3/5 for 5 with flying, and if a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent they control, it deals double that damage instead. I mean, what? Jeez, what a monstrous card. I'm actually going to sleeve that up just to get ahead of it. Man. That is so cool. And the art is just so evocative. This style where it's just so much more open. I think they really knocked this out of the park with those alt arts. Such a welcome addition to the rarity cycle. I think we're probably going to see that for a long time, just the variants like that, folks. Let's keep it moving. Preposterous proportions. What in the world is this? Creatures you control get +10/+10 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. What in the world? And it's a bunch of giant squirrels. There you go. There's something you don't see any day. Their acorn hunt was unsuccessful, but they did find the wizard's experimental potion cache. All right. That's pretty silly. But it's 7 mana. We might see that. Maybe, maybe not. Drake Hatcher. Vigilance, prowess. Oh, interesting. Whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, put that many incubation counters on it. Remove 3 from the creature. Make a 2/2 Drake creature token with flying. Interesting. Yeah. I like that. That's got good flavor. Hey, speaking of flavor, Itali the Primal Storm. Oh, poor guy. He's been downgraded to a rare. I remember when this came out back in Rivals of Ixalan. He was part of the mythic rotation of those elder dinosaurs. He shares the rotation with Galta, who is undoubtedly, he's in this set. I'm sure he is. Itali was my favorite, not just because I was a red player, but I mean, look at that ability, folks. Whenever he attacks, you exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of spells from among those without paying their mana costs. That is such an explosive ability. I mean, they had the foresight not to give him haste because, I mean, my goodness. that would just be a game ender. But welcome back, Itali. And loot. Hey, what does the new loot do? Let's take a look here, folks. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Well, I mean, that's just good. And then you pay 6 and tap. Look at the top 6 of your library. Reveal a creature card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from among them. Put it on the battlefield. Yeah, nope, that's rock solid. Yeah, we'll probably see that around for a while. Welcome back, loot. There we are. Oh, nice. A Plains. Looks like it's from Capenna. A Capenna-style Plains. Which would mean that probably we have Elspeth, I would assume. The angel there on top of the train. You can see up there. Yeah. Capenna was an interesting set. You know, it was, I think for a lot of people, it was hit and miss with the flavor because it was the first time we did something so kind of like, just like left turn. And everything had this like a glitzy, 1920s Americana vibe to it, Art Deco and everything. But honestly, I thought it looked cool. I thought it was a nice, they were trying, experimenting with the art just to see, what other worlds could be. They don't all have to be this, high magic fantasy sort of thing. It was cool to see. Let me know what you guys thought. What was your favorite in the last 10 years? What's your favorite plane that we've been to? Comment down below. Let's talk about it. Reclamation Sage. Meteor Golem. Yeah. You're probably not going to see too much of that, but I mean, I remember when he came out in Dominaria, that was a fun one of just, I'm tapping down for 7 and I'm just destroying a non-land permanent because he just entered and boom, there it goes. And now he's just a 3/3. That's fun. Fiendish Panda. Sarah Angel. There you go. My gosh. Remember when Sarah Angel used to be a really big deal? Yeah, neither do I. Thornwood Falls. Fanatical Firebrand. Not many people know this, but the reading between the lines on his ability, he enters tapped and attacking. Not many people know that, but that's what he does. Squad Rallier. Cackling Prowler. Make Your Move. And we're into another set. Let's check it out, folks. Oh, hey, it's our first of the mana foils. All right, let's set this down. Let's get a close look at this. Gadia Font of Hope. Or no, is it? No, Giada. Right, sorry. Apologies, folks. I am sick. Sick in the head. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see if I can get those to show up. You see that, folks? When I lean it sort of into the glare, you can see all those mana symbols going diagonally across the card. What an interesting texture foil style. Yeah, very interesting. Let's see what she does. Here, let's get that into focus. Flying Vigilance, 2/2 for 2. Oh, well, that's already just awesome. Each other angel you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. Oh my god. Tap, add a white, spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. What? Jeez. Well, she just really enables the whole angel archetype, doesn't she? And for that, you get a sleeve. Wow. Mana foils. That's an interesting... I wonder if you can actually see it better. Yeah, you can still kind of see that through the sleeve. That's an interesting... I'm going to put that with my mythics. That's an interesting style of texture foil to do, because it's not like metallic in any sort of way like some of the other ones we've seen before, like in Capenna, how they did like an Art Deco lines on the card, or Bloomburrow, how we had like a gold leafing, things of that nature. This one, the texturing is it's almost invisible. So yeah, very interesting to see that. All right, moving on, folks. There we are. High Society Hunter. Oh, and the Borderless. Nice. Seer Slicer Goblin. Okay. Alesha, who laughs at fate. Forest. Looks like that's Vivian. There you go. Vivian in the forest. Hey, very cool. And I believe she's also, yeah, that's right. She's been reprinted in this as well. Vivian Reed. It's her original card, which was also a very strong card. Youthful Valkyrie in its normal version. Let's see here. And on to the next set. Goblin. Anthem of Champions. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Well, really, that's pretty straightforward, folks. That's just plain old good. Yeah. Ah, the Quilled Great Worm. Hey, that's a cool one. There you go. Let's take a look at that bad boy. 7/7 for 6 with Trample. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage during your turn, put that many 1/1 counters on it. And then you can cast it from the graveyard by removing 6 counters from among other creatures, or creatures you control, in addition to paying its other costs. Wow, what a problem child that's going to be. I mean, really, people are never going to pay for that cost, generally speaking. They're just going to get him in the graveyard somehow and then just pull from other things that make tokens easily. And in green, it's very easy to do. All right, and then we have Drake Hatcher, Preposterous Proportion. Hey, Runescar Demon, that's right, he's coming back too. Very cool, welcome back, Runescar Demon. Full Art Swamp. Let's see, who's on that one? Oh, it's Tiny Bones. All right, yeah, so it looks like it's not just Planeswalkers. There you go, little Tiny Bones. Doing Tiny Bones stuff. Swiftfoot Boots. The Sheevan Dragon. Hey, who remembers when Sheevan Dragon was a big deal? Remember when just having flying was there? Yeah. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah. All right, and looks like we're just moving on. All right, moving on. On and up. Human Token. And behind it, oh, hey, our first guest star. Paradise Druid. Hey, wow. Have a look at that. You see what I mean there, folks? Because it's still a star, it's just facing the other way, so sometimes can be a little tricky. Very nice. Hexproof as long as it's untapped. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Very cool. Welcome back, Paradise Druid. Niv Mizzet Visionary. All right, another mythic. Hey, double mythic pack. Oh, Borderless Anthem of Champions. Oh, I like that little phalanx. Very cool. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Another new candidate for Elf Lords for, running in a commander deck. Yeah. Oh, and the original art for 9 Lives Familiar. I don't know which one I like more, to be honest, folks. Oh, hang on. Let's take a look. There you go. We just got this new camera, so I'm still dialing in the autofocus on it. Let's see. Let's put this over here. Oh, hey! Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, looks like the hit rate is pretty steady for these borderless uncommons. Wow, that's awesome. Reclamation Sage. I'm gonna move all of these into my mythic pile. We'll separate them afterwards, but it's entirely possible that these retain a decent amount more value than their uncommon counterparts, just because it's like a chance that you can get them. It looks like it's only a 1 per pack deal, but let's check just to make sure. I don't think we're going to see any of the commons in that sort of borderless, but you never know. Once I've gotten through this full box, or this full case, we'll kind of get a feel for it, and it'll get even faster and faster. And like I said before, folks, hey, Celestial Armor. Scrawling Crawler. Oh, nice, that Hydra. Very cool card. Yeah, that Landfall Hydra. You're definitely going to be seeing some of that in Standard for sure. And the Homunculus Horde. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Oh my gosh. Okay. I could see that getting out of hand pretty quick. That is why you triple check all decimals when commissioning a new batch of homunculi. There you go. Hey, and there he is, Ghalta Primal Hunger. Oh yeah. Doesn't get much better than a 12-12 for 2, folks. If you know what you're doing, that's all you're ever going to pay for him. 12-12 for 2 with Trample. Welcome back, Ghalta. Yep. Honestly, folks, the way they've been treating Ghalta lately, where he keeps showing up and stuff, it's almost like they've turned him into the new Colossal Dreadmaw. Not that that's really a bad thing. I mean, he's a great card. I like Ghalta quite a bit. Oh, here we go. Full Art Plains with Ajani. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful card. Exsanguinate. Boom, boom, boom. Let's move through here a little bit, folks. Dragon, and boom, Spinner of Souls. Hey, Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Very cool. Welcome back, Liliana. Raise the Past. Omniscience in its non-borderless. Hey, that was another double mythic pack right there. Painful Quandary. All right, and an island. Moving into, let's see, any of those borderless? Nope. Okay, so that was box 1 right there, folks. So moving through the rest of this, it's going to be a lot faster. We're going to just basically look at those top few cards and then just set everything else aside and just rip through. So let's get into it, and we'll be right back.
Make it whole again.
And we're back, folks. There we are. Now we're going to be moving with much greater speed through the rest of this video. Now that we know how the packs are formed, we've seen some of the stuff in there, now we're just going to rip through this. 9 Lives Familiar. Hey, and a 9 Lives Familiar. What does that mean? Does that make it an 18 Lives Familiar? I don't know. Crystal Barricade. Hey, Kaito. Nice. Welcome back, Kaito. And welcome back, Tiny Bones. Good to see you guys. There we are. And we've got all that just boom right there out of the way. Vivian Reed token and Crystal Barricade. Sylvan Scavenging, Kiora the Rising Tide, High Society Hunter, and Exemplar of Light. All right, set that plains aside over there, and there you go. See, folks, we're moving with much greater speed this time around. Light speed, if you will. Oh, if I can put them in the right stack. I distracted myself. Oh, my goodness. Moving on. Here we are. Leyline Axe. Interesting. Oh, my gosh. It's another leyline. I just scanned it because I thought, well, they called it a leyline. But, yep, if it's in your opening hand, you get to start with it on the battlefield. Equipped creature gets 1/1 and has double strike and trample, 3 to equip. Interesting. All right, they're branching out the ley lines. That's cool to see. Archmage of the Runes. Etali Primal Storm. Oh, wow. Hey, that's a cool looking. That is a cool looking borderless for him. Well, it's a extended art. Oh, no, that is a borderless. But yeah, wow. Very cool looking card. And Consuming Aberration, Celestial Armor, and an island. And we just move it all up. There we go. Interesting. Only one mythic so far, folks. Compared to that last one, which was stacked, we got like, I think 11 were in there. Goblin Token. And Seer Slicer Goblin. Valkyrie's Call. There we are. Tiny Bones. Hey, nice. Borderless. Spinner of Souls. Extravagant Replication. And moving on. Food Token. Another Tiny Bones. Oh, there, bumped my camera. Herald of Eternal Dawn. Oh, hey, there you go. Flash flying. You can't lose the game. Your opponent can't win the game. There you go. Classic Platinum Angel style. With flash, though. Hey, that's cool to see. Another Banner of Kinship. Crystal Barricade. Ashroot Animist. And a Forest. Juggernaut. Hey, wow, they brought back Juggernaut. Interesting. Oh, and Vampire Nighthawk. Oh, that's cool to see. Yeah. Drake Token. High Fae Trickster. Zimone Paradox Sculptor. Didn't we just get a Zimone in that last box in Duskmourn? Yeah, that's right, we did. This is the chick who makes me do math all the time. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Homunculus Horde. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. That looks a lot more horrifying than in the regular version. Oh, if my camera will focus. Yeah, gosh, look at that thing. Creepy. And, oh, Swiftblade Vindicator. Oh, nice. Anthem. Sorry about that, folks. Heroes Downfall. Boom, 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 and boom. There we go. Much faster this time around. You know, not that I wouldn't mind to get another Fracture foil, but I don't know. Here, let's take a look. Did we get one? Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, I think we actually did get one. Well, we'll see when we get there. I could be wrong. Oh, hey, but we definitely got another mana foil. Niv Mizzet Visionary. Yeah, that mana foiling. There you go. If I put it all the way up against the glare, you can kind of see all those mana symbols on it. That is such... Oh, and Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Hey, boom. And an Electro Duplicate right on top of that. Kaikar and Kiora Rising Tide. Let me... I'm going to sleeve those up after I finish this run here. Whoa, what's this? Evolving Wilds. Ooh. Sack this land, search your library for a basic land card, and put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle? Holy smokes. Wow. Is that the first time we've ever gotten this card? That is crazy. Wow. Comment down below. This is probably going to shape the game. Evolving Wilds. Wow. That's something. Herald of Eternal Dawn. Oh my gosh, in that Japanese altar. Wow, look at that card. What a gorgeous looking card. That is so cool. Yeah. Wow. I am such a fan of what they've been doing with these alt arts. Lunar Insight, Crystal Barricade, Rite of the Dragon Caller. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, make a 5-foot... Jeez. Oh my goodness. Phyrexian Arena. Swamp. Okay. And... There we are. Oh. Oh my gosh. Hey, actually, look at that. I was right. My suspicions have been confirmed. You can actually get borderless commons. How cool is that? And on a refute, counter target spell, draw a card, then discard. Wow. How about that? I'm going to set that in my rare pile. That is so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's probably, maybe it has a little bit of value, but I just think it's cool you can get borderless commons. Because, sometimes people are going to run commons in their decks, and it's cool to know that you can get a alternate art. I like that. And, oh my gosh, look at that. Scion of the Deep. Wow. All right. Alesha, who laughs at fate. Seer Slicer Goblin. Preposterous Proportions. Oh, nice, the borderless version. Sylvan Scavenging. Alenda, Saint of Dusk. Another Forest. Hey, Hero's Downfall. Maybe, I'm going to keep all of those in the rare pile. Anytime I see that stuff, I'm going to set it in the rare if I catch it. Because I think perhaps those are going to be definitely worth more than their, non-borderless counterparts. But potentially, depending on what it is, it could hold quite a bit of value. Zombie. Hey, perfect card to have for Zul Asher Lichlord. Blasphemous Edict. Homunculus Horde. Electro Duplicate. Rabo the First Fang. And a Plains. Oh, going straight into Swiftfoot Boots. There you go, folks. That's a perfect example. Swiftfoot Boots is one that you're going to see a lot of. I mean, that most people would call Swiftfoot Boots a commander staple. And there you go, borderless variant. Very cool art as well. Let's just go ahead and set that in the rare pile. And maybe anything in... Oh, hey, there you go. Just what I was thinking. In the common slot. Think twice. Now, this is interesting. This is actually a card we can get a Japanese variant for as well. So does that mean if I get one, it's going to be in the common slot? That's very interesting. I keep saying it over and over again, but I am just so fascinated by the layout of this product. And really, that kind of touches on something I did want to talk about. The price of these collector cases has exploded. I mean, just even the boxes themselves, even the packs. It has exploded, ladies and gentlemen. When I first placed my order, just to give you a little behind the scenes, I spent $198 for my product. And oh my god, look at that. Rite of the Dragon Collar. Nice. Alenda, Saint of Dusk, Exemplar of Light. Oh, Muldrotha the Gravetide. Oh my gosh, just a little bit of a tangent. This is one of my brother's favorite commander cards right there, folks. Muldrotha the Gravetide. Oh my god, he has pulled off so many crazy plays with that card. It's the same art too. When it first came out in, it was Dominaria. It was the Dominaria set, the standalone. Yeah, welcome back, Muldrotha. I know we can get that as well in the Japanese art. Looking forward to that because, as you know, folks, we're going to get it. Archmage of Runes, Plains. Here, let's move on a little bit. Affectionate Indrik, Good Fortune Unicorn. Boom, boom, boom. See, now, I mean, I meant to skip through these all so fast, but now that we know we can get the borderless showing up in even the common slot. Wow. Scrawling Crawler, Loot, Leyline Axe, Niv-Mizzet Visionary, and Drakusheth, Maw of Flames. Or is it Drakuzeth? I don't know. It sounds cooler the way I said it. Swamp, all right. Zombify. Let's see. Let's take a quick check. Boom, 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 and boom. Yeah. All right. But like I was saying before, I spent $198 when we ordered our boxes. And at the time of recording this video, which is approximately, I would say roughly a month, ladies and gentlemen, a month after I placed my order, it's in my possession. But the market price on average to get a single box of this at the time of recording the video, which is before release date, which does affect prices, it's $300 before tax, before shipping. Just roughly speaking, the average price. That is almost unprecedented. I don't know if we've seen any other product that has exploded this much. I mean, it is, people are so excited, and really, I can see why. This is just incredible. We've only opened 2 boxes, and I have found such cool stuff, and frankly, a lot of value already in 2 boxes. We're going to find out at the end of the video, but I mean, getting a fracture foil already, I'm pretty sure all of those fracture foils are, I think, again, at the time of recording the video, I think we're looking at 150 or more. I think, and again, don't quote me on this because my editor will help me out. Thanks, editor. But I think the last time I saw a listing for the doubling season, Here, I'll just show a quick picture of that one. The doubling season one that can show up as Japanese and fracture foil, it was like $2,000. And now, obviously, that's subject to change as more of them come and enter the market. But, I mean, there is a real craving out there for the stuff that is coming out of this collector product. And not to mention the fact that it has such a low print run compared to some of the other collector products that have come out around it. So, definitely a lot of excitement around this product. And we are going to keep the ball rolling, folks. These are going to be some long-form videos, so we're going to get faster as we roll through these. But, I mean, my gosh, there's just so much to talk about in these sets. But let's get into it.
Please, God, can you give me some relief? I've been out here hiding like a thief. I'll pull the windows down when I feel low. Keep my demons close so nobody knows the crusade that lives inside of me.
All right, and we're back, folks. Let's get right back into what we were doing. Man, what a cool product this has been so far. We are now officially at the halfway point of this product. And I can say, honestly, I am so happy with what we've gotten so far. And speaking of happy, oh, here's something that will make your opponents not happy. The Sire, let's get a look at that. Sire of 7 Deaths. Look at that thing. What a ridiculous card. A 7/7 for 7 with 7 abilities. First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink, and Ward. Pay 7 life. I mean, my goodness. Somebody is following the rule of 7s, I suppose, over there at the Wizards HQ. My goodness, what a just monstrous card. Are we looking at now one of the contenders for like best reanimation target? Maybe. Very well, maybe. Because, you know, at the bare minimum, if you're trying to get rid of this thing, you got to pay 7 life to do it. So I mean, oh my gosh. This definitely, I'm going to tentatively give this card the title of Too Much Stuff Going On. There you go. I mean, yeah. It's just a 7/7 for 7 with 7 abilities. Take that luck with you to Vegas. All those 7s. Island. And let's see, just quick check here. Did we get anything borderless? Nope. Okay, let's move on. Cat token going straight into an Archmage of the Runes and a Chandra. Hey, welcome back, Chandra. Chandra Flame Shaper. We've seen that one before, but hey, nice to see you again. And in your borderless variant. Alenda. Solemn Simulacrum. Oh, that's a rare. Has Solemn Simulacrum always been a rare? I don't know why, but part of me is remembering that this used to be an uncommon card. I think I'm wrong, but also very cool to see that come back. Some really strong colorless support. Really, you can use it in any deck because it's colorless, but Mossborn Hydra. Mountain Swiftfoot Boots. Let's see here. Quick check. Let's see, anything there? Nope. All right, moving on. Elf Warrior going into Ajani. Nice. Oh my gosh. That was a double Planeswalker pack right there. Hey, let me play a couple of these other things here. Kiora, Blasphemous, High Fae. Okay. Look at that. Double Planeswalker pack. And both of them are the extended or borderless. Holy. Let's take a look at Ajani first. There you go. I find that with my new camera, anything that has a face, it immediately locks into. But some of these other ones that are a bit more abstract, it takes a little longer to find it. Yeah, what a cool looking card. 3 mana for a 4 loyalty. +1, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. -3, target creature gains flying and double strike. -8, create X 2/2 white cats, where X is your life total. All right, there you go. The leader of the cats, Ajani. Caller of the Pride. Wow. And of course, the OG Vivian Reed. Not to be discounted. Another fantastic, strong card. She pays, it's 5 loyalty for 5 mana. Look at the top 4 of your library. You may reveal a creature or land from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. -3, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. And then -8, you get that infamous emblem. With creatures you control, get +2/+2, have vigilance, trample, and indestructible. I mean, what a solid lady. What a strong independent woman. There we are, planes with Ajani. Hey, go figure. You know, they got the Ajani plane for the lands that had him. Snake, hey, there we go. A braid. Nice. And let's see, anything else in here? And, hey, another refute. Awesome. That was a stacked pack, folks. Nice. 2 planeswalkers, a borderless uncommon, and a borderless common. Wow. I mean, this right here kind of harkens back to what I was talking about before opening this box. This product is just extremely desirable. Oh, and there you go. Boom. A Chroma's Memorial. Here, I'm going to set these aside in just a second. Leyline, Ashrud Animist, 1,000-Year Storm, Sky Knight Squire, and a Swamp. I mean, my goodness, this is a guest star card, but also still in the Mythic category. And we'll put these in our rare pile. But I mean, gosh, we have just been finding so much cool stuff, so many alt arts in such a limited product. This is the kind of thing that's really helping drive the value, just the baseline value of these. Usually whenever we hit the street release date, let's call it, of a product, you'll see like a 20-30% on the high end, kind of like a dip, like a swing on the product where a bunch of people who are holding smaller positions, a box here, 2 boxes, they're trying to recoup any costs that they may have incurred in getting the product, or inevitably, every time, without fail, it doesn't even matter if it's Magic. If we're talking Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, or heck, probably even MetaZoo at one time, there's always people that are going to buy a product, and they're going to, withdraw from their credit card, or they're going to incur some kind of leverage. They're going to incur some kind of leverage so that they can afford a product, quote, afford a product. Hey, Sphinx of Forgotten Lore, nice. Homunculus Horde and a Forest. They're going to go into a leverage to try and get some of this because they look at it, they get excited, just like everybody else is, but they think, oh my gosh, this thing's going to go to 1K. It's like one month, 1K. It's just for sure. It's going to happen. Hey, think twice. That's what I would say to them. Think twice. You got to have patience, and what happens is day 1 it comes out and it doesn't change, but they got to pay off those credit cards. And so they look at the price and they say, oh, well, if it's 300 right now, I got to get these sold. So I'm going to put mine for 285. And then everybody else who's, mildly panicking looks at that and goes, oh, God, 285, 280. I'm going to put mine at 280. And then the next guy sees that and he goes, well, I've got 2 boxes, and I'm going to put mine at 270. And then somebody comes right in and goes, oh, 269, because, 69. And it just starts to become this race to the bottom. And eventually, there's just not enough of them to fully drive that product down. There's never enough of those folks, but... yeah, paper-handed is what we would call them. They just give up. And they were never in a good position to begin with to sit on that product. They don't have the fortitude. Hey, Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Oh, my gosh. And another Ajani. And I've heard that the extended version of this is actually going for quite a bit. Como World Eater. Nice. Good to see you. Flamewake Phoenix, Painful Quandary, and here we're back to it. Yeah, it's just a lot of people will drive the product down when it first comes out because they expect something just, they expect something never before seen to happen. And if we've never seen it before, why would you expect it to happen? It's that loophole, that logical, they're not making that connection, Whenever lightning in a bottle happens, we talk about it after the fact. And really, I would consider a set like this to be worthy of saying it was lightning in a bottle. There's a lot of good things going on with this set, and I think one of the biggest strengths it has is the fact that there's just not as much of it. It is more of a limited product. And that limited nature for it creates value. The scarcity, the artificial well, no, it's real scarcity, but it drives the value of the product, because if people want it, it's harder to get. If this was just a run-of-the-mill, or, like, let's say, God forbid, it was like the Aftermath, and it was a tight print run, just a super tight print run where it was hard to get, but nothing in it was really worth getting, it wouldn't change much. And so when they see something like this coming out and they hear whispers that it's going to be a tight print run, they immediately go, oh, well, then that means, 1 month, 1K, 1 month, 500 or something, they just don't have the experience to know that that's not going to happen. Will these boxes hit $1,000 at some point? Yes. I will say that with certainty. Yes. We will see these boxes hit $1,000. Is it going to be tomorrow? Absolutely not. Is it going to be 2 months from now? Not likely. A year from now? I mean, that's entirely possible, but you have to be willing to sit on it and wait and let that appreciate. You have to be, before you buy something like this, you have to be willing to accept the fact that you're going to be waiting. And that's why we open the cards, because we like to deal with the singles. Obviously it's fun to open the cards up, but we are a singles seller. So we always want to be at the beginning of the market. We want to be there to provide for the demand of specific things, Maybe some people are only in it for a copy of Painful Quandary. Other people want a playset of Ajani's. Some people are just in it for those lands we've been looking at. Everybody has different reasons to want a product, but everybody wants something that's in here. So, that's why we crack it open right away. But, yeah, that 20 to 30% swing, it always happens without fail. Oh, look at that. Look at that alt art Galta. Wow, that's so cool. let me get my big old finger out of there. I don't want to drop the cards, but man, I really liked all of the Ixalan dinosaurs. Just the whole art design for Ixalan. I thought that was a total knockout of the park. Just really well done to whoever designed that. They did a great job putting Ixalan together. And to still see some of those trends carry through in when we do callbacks with certain cards. Very cool to see. Planes? Hey, another borderless. An offer you can't refuse. Hey, wow. This was actually, if I remember, when this came out in New Capenna, this was a good card at the time in the standard that it was in. So maybe we'll see some callback to that desirability. And we have a borderless for it. Very cool to see. Oh, Tatiova, hey, there she got downshifted from a rare to an uncommon. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, nothing else. All right. Like I said, folks, whenever I see those, I'm just going to place them in our rare pile. I have to assume, since we're ahead of the market as we're opening this, I have to assume that, oh my gosh, that shut me up really quick. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but there it is. The Japanese alt art Think Twice. Wow, let's get a closer look at that, folks. It's not fracture foiled, but does it? Oh my gosh, it's such a cool looking card. Wow. Look at that. That's very evocative. It's just so not Magic. You know what I'm saying, folks? The kind of art style. And I think that's what really makes these just so desirable. So many of them have such a different look to Magic that, getting to play one across from your opponent, it just feels so, mysterious. It feels mythical. It feels worth the rarity. And for some people, very much worth the price. These are extremely desirable cards right now. And of course, like I said before, we're opening this before release date at the time of recording. This should be uploaded before the actual release date as well. Oh, hey, there's another one. Ajani's Pridemate. Nice. Borderless. Yeah, very cool to see that. Let's take a quick check through here. I know the Llanowar Elves also have this same treatment going on, so we'll probably end up seeing that as well. Very cool to see. Gosh, I was excited to open this product, and now I'm opening it, and you know what, folks? I am still excited. Raise the Past. Oh, there's a good-looking card. Look at that. Let's get a... Yeah, that's very cool. Another Gadia, or Giada, if I could ever get it right. Brass's Bounty. Another Giada. There you go. That's a double Giada. A Giada, go. Sorry, folks. Let's see here. Anything else in there? Nope. All right, let's move it on. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be opening so many of these cards across today. Even though these videos are going to be broken up into 4 different videos for each of the cases, I'm going to be doing it more or less in just a straight shot. Barring any natural disaster, I will be opening all of these in more or less one sitting. Let's see here. Blasphemous Edict, Tiny Bones, Kaikar, Herald of the Eternal Dawn, or of Eternal Dawn. There's no "the" in there. I shouldn't be adding that. But it does sound good, right? The Eternal Dawn. Vengeful... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. I just put that in the other stack because I saw Vengeful Blood Witch in a borderless. That's just... I honestly, I think that's so cool. You know, honestly, it's a little thing to do that, to accommodate and add these extra cards in that way. But I think it just adds so much to the set. The fact that you can get borderless versions of otherwise just regular cards. Yeah, man, that's so cool. Oh, hey, talk about cool. Mana foiled Vivian Reed. Look at that. Even the foiling they put on the card itself, it's like that, what's it called? It's like that double foiling style of the actual holographic, you know, where it's really thick, you know, when we move it around and see how it kind of like, it waxes and wanes across the card. It's like that double layering. And then on top of that, oh gosh, sorry for the glare, folks. I'm just trying to really show you the those mana symbols in there. But gosh, what a beautiful card. Man, I am such a happy camper. I don't even feel sick anymore. I know I still sound sick a little bit. And again, sorry for that, folks. But I had to get on top of this. This is just so cool. Hey, Rexage. There you go. Oh, man. It's definitely a great feeling. Now, like I said before, when I made my purchase, it was $198. So I did get in at the very beginning. More or less. Very near the beginning. It's a great feeling when a product does well, like this one is. But to then go through and open it and to just get so many cool things, it's just an icing on the cake, folks. It just feels so good to get such cool stuff. But let's keep this train rolling, folks. I am looking to just there we go. Whoa, hey. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know it could do that. Let's just keep it rolling, folks. We're going to get right into this next one. We'll be back in a second.
And I don't know why angels come and they leave to the midnight sky. You only know how much you meant. You only know the time we spent. Take the pain from my heart and make it whole again.
And we're back, folks. All right, I'm getting faster and faster at those. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm getting slower. It's hard to tell when you're actually the one doing it. Let's get right back into it. There we go. Cool stuff. Man, just a lot of... God, I feel like I'm a broken record. There's just a lot of cool stuff in these. A lot to get excited about. And a lot of... It creates a lot of questions or... assumptions or guesstimates about what we may see going into the future product over the course of this next year. What we could find. Yeah, man. Oh, Quilled Great Worm. There we are. And boom, another one of those. Gosh, that's so cool. I can't get over that. I mean, like, we've pulled Shatter Foil Mythics, or sorry, what is that what they're called? I've already forgotten. Fracture Foil. There we are. Fracture Foil mythics and Japanese alt arts and all this incredible stuff over here. But just the fact that we can get these, man, I think that's just so cool. I am very excited to see that stay around. I hope that stays around. High Society Hunter. Live. Preposterous. What does this do? I've seen this a few times. Okay, it's a land. Add colorless. Pay 4. It becomes a 3/3 creature with vigilance and all creature types. It's still a land. Oh, it just stays there. Oh, interesting. You know, usually when you see effects like that, it's like a till end of turn thing. But that's just, boom, it is. Huh. All right. Interesting to see what people will do with that. I also wonder what the full cycle is of stuff that we can get in borderless within our uncommons and commons. I'm curious to see. After this is all said and done, I'm going to have to check that out and look at what all we can get. Atali. Leyline. Drake Hatcher. Nice. Because, I mean, we've gotten like repeats already. So maybe it's a limited list. You know, maybe like only 5 or less or something. But I'll find out later. There we go. Another texture foil. And I will say, folks, being here holding the card, the texture is very haptic. You know, like you feel it a lot in your hands. Some of the texture foils we've gotten before, like even in the last set, we had those like rippling texture. It really was not as textured as this is. Just like actually feeling the surface on those. Most people that, you know, just about everybody who plays Magic plays with sleeves on. But I mean, like if you were to play these, you know, if you were an absolute lunatic and you played with no sleeves at all, you would really feel that. It's such a like obvious texture. Hey, there we go. Kaito, if I can even say his name right. Kaito, Cunning Infiltrator. I'm going to sleeve that one up in just a second. Oh, hey, Liliana. Hey, there you go. And Raise the Past. Man, just so much good stuff in these. This is one of like the just most satisfying openings I've had. Honestly, I really liked opening Duskmourn as well. I thought we got a lot of cool stuff out of that as well. Go ahead and check out the other channel or the other videos on our channel if you hadn't seen those already. We opened up quite a bit of Duskmourn on the channel, probably about twice as much off camera, but that was right when we decided to start documenting the process, so to speak, and actually making content out of something we were already doing anyway. Zimone, Electro Duplicate, Giada. I'm getting better at that. Giada, or maybe it's Giada. I don't know. I'm wrong either way. Hey, comment down below and just tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm just wrong, just in general. And there we are. All right, let's sleeve this up before I do the second stack here. My gosh, I'm looking at the timer on my camera. It's got a what do we call it? I think it's called like a mirror panel or something. You know, it's got like a flip out thing so I can see what I'm doing while I'm recording. But I was keeping track of how long it took me to open each of these boxes, and yeah, that first one was just about an hour on its own, and here we are. We've done 3 more since then, and it's or this is going to be number 3. And it's only about an hour and a half. So we've definitely sped up quite a bit. But I had a lot to talk about. And, I mean, my God, we had such an incredible start. I don't know if we can keep... I don't know if any of these boxes can match just that explosion. You know, pack number 2, just out the gate. Explosive rarity right from the beginning. Rise of the Dark Realm. Man. That was... God, what a way to start it. You know, I was talking about how excited I was for the product to come around the corner. Very much looking forward to opening Foundation, and it must have heard me because it just said, "Hey, what's going on, Taylor? Here you go. Have a fracture foil." Boom, just like that. And of all the things to get, I think that's probably one of the better ones. I mean, they're all great, but like I know that one is that card itself is very much desirable. course, I can't remember the name because it's no longer in eyesight, but you know how it goes, folks. I mean, I've already looked at over 1,000 cards now. You know, it all just kind of, it starts to blend together. It was something, he's a vampire knight. And whenever someone loses life, you gain that much. I mean, like, I remember all that stuff. I just can't remember his darn name. All right, it's not that important. Because we're just going to get him again. You know what? Let's just roll it back. Let's get him again. It'll be fine. Let's see here. Mossborn Hydra. Seen quite a few of those already too. Swamp. Youthful Valkyrie. Ah, gosh, yeah. Man, I'm getting giddy whenever I see these borderless commons and uncommons. You know, it may even be that, like, that's only, let's say, $3. Let's just throw a number out there. It's only like a $3 thing, but, like, the fact that I can get those, I just think that that's so cool. And I really do. I hope they keep that around going forward. Because I feel like that sort of thing is something that even just somebody who's going to buy, like, a couple packs, you know, let's imagine that you're you for a second, right? You know, I know it's kind of hard to do. Imagine being you. But you go down to the LGS and you're just looking to get a couple packs, or you play Friday Night Magic, and as the tournament wraps up, you know, maybe you did well, maybe you didn't. And you think, you know what? I just want to get a couple packs to just put a cherry on top of the evening. And you see they've got some collector, and you get one, and, you know, box is already open, so you kind of think to yourself, oh, you know, maybe the good stuff's already gone. But, I mean, personally, I know we're imagining being you, but me personally, I would love to, like, on just an odd pack to open up and in my uncommon and common slot to find something like that. That's so cool to me. I am just, oh, hey! All right, shutting up. Llanowar Elves, my gosh. There you go. We talked about it earlier, folks, and there it is. Oh, man. Let me just look at these other things really quick and get them out of the way. Galta. Oh, man. Wow, that's just so cool to see Llanowar Elves get that treatment. Whoa. Evolving Wild. Wow, that's our second one. That's going places. Mark my words, folks. We're not done seeing we haven't seen the last of Evolving Wilds. There you go. First time ever seeing it. Oh, and boom. Not to directly, not to compare these in value by any means, but bam, another Think Twice, which of course we also saw in that Japanese rarity. Here, let me put that back over there. Man, I get so excited to know that we can pull stuff like that. I actually, oh wow, Fiend Artisan. Oh my gosh, I just keep opening these without even looking at it. Here, let's just keep the momentum going, folks. I only have like I think looks like 2 packs left here. Let's just keep it going. Boom, Hero's Downfall. Gosh, that's just that's so awesome. Savannah Lions. I actually had a bit of a laugh when I saw that they were reprinting Savannah Lions. There was a time, believe it or not, folks, where this was considered extremely powerful. Getting something with 2 power for 1 mana, a 2/1 for 1. People used to speak of Savannah Lions in hushed whispers for fear that somebody would bring it to the pod. And another refute. Oh my gosh. That's just so cool. I just can't. I keep saying it over and over again. I'm a broken record, and I apologize for being a broken record. But I mean, hey, Herald of the Eternal Dawn, Band of Kinship, Kaito. Hey, another double mythic right there. High Fae Trickster, Plains, Swiftfoot Boots. There it is again. And let's finish this bad boy out. There we go. Oh, man, I know I sound like such a broken record to just keep over. Oh man, that's cool. But I mean, it is. Can we not? Can we all agree on that, folks? That is just. It's so awesome to get something like that out of a collector product. And from a seller's perspective, selling on TCG Direct, and as well as to you, the individual. Again, link down below. We're going to have all this. And like we talked about at the beginning, at the plug, you know, hey, if you get here in time for the Black Friday sale. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, folks. If you get here in time for the Black Friday sale, you're going to get free shipping and all that we talked about. But when we sell on direct, you see a lot of things like this. This will move like crazy, like hotcakes, as they say. It's going to be all over the place. We're probably, everything we list that's like this will probably sell out within the first couple invoices that we receive from TCG Player. I would not be surprised to see that will just fly off the shelves, so to speak. But enough about us. Let's get back into it. And we're back. All right. Again, got to keep this breakneck speed up because I want to try to value your time a little bit. I want to thank you all again for joining me on this this adventure, this incredible historic pack openings. Man, this has been, and I still have 3 more cases to open, folks. You know, just to remind you again, we will be opening an entire Masters case across this channel. At least. We may get more. Who knows? This is really worth it. Gosh, this has been such a good opening. But let's keep it rolling, folks. Hi, Fate Trickster. Rise of the Dark Realms again. Oh, hey, I don't think we've seen that art for it before. Let's back down a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Anthem of Champion, Crystal Barricade, and the Forest. Exsanguinate. Hey, Rexage. Man, that's just, it's awesome. I'm such a broken record. At this point, we could just put I got to put $1 in the jar whenever I compliment that again. It's getting out of hand. Valkyrie's Call. All right. Beautiful. A lot of, excuse me, folks. A lot of angel support. There we go. Let's focus in on that. Oh, yeah. Man, I got to say, I like my new camera. This thing, it's nice to be able to see what I'm looking at while I did it. For those of you, you know, anytime I pulled off a successful lift before, I was doing it blind. I was just that good. Or not good, I suppose, because there were a lot of times where I cringed to watch some of them, but there were some where I would lift the card in an old video and I'd be like right here. And I'd say, wow, look at that card, you know, and of course you couldn't see anything or you'll barely see anything. But I definitely like my new camera. It captures a lot of those angles really well. Let's see here. Oh, nope, that was it. Let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Celestial Armor. Again, more angel stuff. Rite of the Dragon Collar and Celestial Armor again. And a Vivian Reed. Nice. Man, there's just a great spread inside the rare slot. Because I think this is, 5 cards? It's a 5-card slot for you to get rare or above, and then I think one of those on its own is like the specialty foil slot where it has the chance of upscaling. But man, he definitely, folks, I think the price per pack right now, again, it'll change a little bit. Oh, looks like we just got a mana foil. Let's figure out what that was. Let's take a look. Oh wow, gosh, that is so good looking. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Let's just look at just the art. We already know it's covered in mana, but I mean, that's just really, that's just great looking art. Even aside from the fact that it's it's got all those mana symbols on it. Man, fantastic stuff. So good, I forgot what I was talking about. It'll come back to me at some point. You know, probably 2 cases from now, I'll say the same thing, thinking it's the first time I've ever talked about it. But that's just kind of how it goes when you're in front of the camera. You know, there's usually when we get ready to film these, I'll do a couple, sound checks and video checks, testing, and things like that. And when we record a few times, I'll just do my little intro bit a couple times just to kind of warm myself up. And I'll say something in passing, and then we'll cut, and it'll be like a 4-minute video, of just me doing some audio tests. And we'll turn it off, and then we'll play it back, and I'll be listening to it, and I'll think to myself, oh, something. And then, like, a second later, I say it out loud, the exact same thing I was thinking about in the video, and I forgot I said it. Twin Flame Tyrant. Nice. It's definitely been a learning process. It's been fun, but, learning a lot as we record, They say that the best way to learn is by doing, and that's definitely been the case for us, folks. We've picked up so much just from being in it and learning and making videos. But we've been having a good time. And again, we want to thank all of you for being along on the ride so far. And for those of you who are fans later on, coming back and looking at our videos, hi. Hi, I'm Taylor. Anyway, thanks for coming along for the ride, everybody. It's as a business, we've been doing very well for ourselves, and we continue to grow. But the channel itself is a fairly young entity by comparison. But yeah, it's nice for all of you to join us on this ride, and we're looking forward to everything else we have coming out. Not just Magic, we also are getting sinking our toes into things like Pokemon and Flesh and Blood and etc. We'll be opening just about anything and everything as time goes on. And, it may not necessarily all be in front of the camera, but we will be doing more than just Magic as time goes by. So if you're interested in other, card games, keep an eye out for that, because we will be doing that. Let's see what else we've got here. And Swamp. And let's see here. There we go. All right, that was all of that side. Let's get into the next one. Cat token. And what's behind it? Oh, nice. Kaito Cunning Infiltrator in the alt art. Oh, man, yeah. Definitely sleeving that bad boy up. Let's just get through this, and we'll come back for that. And we'll get a zoom in on that art, because, man, that is such a good-looking card. There we go. Moving on. Banner of Kinship. Okay. Asherid Animus. Stray Catcher. Arabo. Still not quite sure if that's how I'm supposed to say that. Arabo. Let's have a look-see here. And nope. It's interesting. Like, I said it before, I think, but it just slows the pace down a little bit, because my intention when we first got rolling here was that I would be just ripping through those bottoms, just taking the whole stack and setting it aside. But now that I know there's something to, stuff to find in there, it definitely slows me down a little bit. But hey, look at that card. Let's get wow, Exemplar of Light. Gorgeous card right there. I love that. I'm pretty sure Zendikar was the first set where we saw this like a Seraphim style, where the multi-winged, but also having those halos blinding their eyes and giving them like, a omniscient sort of look to them. Not to be confused with the card Omniscience. But, yeah. I think that's probably my favorite design for Angels across the history of Magic. If you've made it this far in the video and you have your own opinion to say, comment down below. I'm interested to see. What do you think the best version of Angels was? I will, of course, just tell you that you're wrong. Let's see here. What else do we got? That did it. Wait, was that last one? Yeah, no, it wasn't. Fairy, and boom. Alesha, 9-life familiar, curator, solemn simulacrum, celestial armor. All right, straighten that back out. Swamp, and hey, there we are, vengeful blood witch. And any other ones? And refute again. Oh my god. Oh. I spoiled that for myself there a little bit, folks. That's a good thing I can't quite read Japanese, so I didn't fully get that spoiled. But hang on, let me just set those up there. And let's see what we got. Oh, man, there he is again. Was it Vengeful Bloodlord? Is that what he was called? I believe that was his name. My gosh. What an incredible looking art. And hang on, let me set this down. If memory serves, and of course I could be wrong, it wouldn't be the first time. Let's get a good look at that guy. Oh my gosh. That is such beautiful art. I think, though, that what's the name of, hang on, I'm going to look at that name. Raita Kazama. I think I said that correctly. Apologies in advance. I believe that's the artist for Castlevania, the guy who created all of the like box art and like concept art for the original Castlevania games. Of course, I could be wrong. My editor will help me out here. Am I right, editor? Nice. He's probably just going to say no. But anyway, gorgeous card. You know what? I'm just going to stop what we're doing and sleeve both of these. Man, that's just so awesome. So awesome to see. And just, it feels great. It feels great to get good cards. What a concept, right, folks? But, yeah. 12 packs per box, and we're just getting just such awesome stuff. Let's keep it rolling, though. Let's polish this last one off, and then we'll get into our final box of the case to close out the video. Let's have a look here. Boom! Chandra. Nice. Kiora. Island. An offer you can't refuse. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. There you go. That was my Godfather impression. How good was that, folks? All right, bulk up. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I never really quite looked at that before, but you see like the foiling on the... man, even some of these, throwaway foils, they have good foiling on them. Wizards has really stepped it up as a company, folks. It's just gotten so good. And boom, there we are, our final pack of this box, Sky Knight Squire. How about that? Another mana foil. Niv Mizzet right behind. Draycatcher, Thousand Year Storm, Kaikar, Plains. Oh, man. Ajani's Pridemate, and I already saw this one was back there, but let's just do a quick check here. Man, that just feels so good, you guys, to get so many, like, unique cards inside a singular pack. That has such a rewarding feel. Even if I may never necessarily play some of those cards in, like, my go-to decks, but to know that I'm going to, that I can pull stuff like that, that just really makes this so exciting. And I think at the time of recording this video, the price of a singular pack is going from somewhere between $12 to $15. And, oh wait, why am I sleeving that one? Sorry, folks. It's going from about $12 to $15 a pack. But honestly, I would argue that that's worth it. Don't take this as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But, man, it just... I'm fairly positive that on the majority of these packs, we have blown past the, that $12, $15 price tag. We've gotten just so many good things, but we're not done yet. We've got one box. Oh my gosh, I'm just punching my microphone. Sorry, microphone. We've got one box left. Let's rip open into it and let's close out this set with a bang. This case, sorry. We're not done with the set yet. Let's close this out with a bang, folks. We'll be right back.
I don't wanna take my drugs, I just wanna be okay. Will I ever feel again? Skeletons, nightmares, I don't think they fight fair. Why am I so sad all the time? I don't wanna take my drugs, I just wanna be okay. Will I ever feel again? Oh my God, I can't breathe.
And we're back, folks. All right. The time has come. It's time for the final box of this first case. Oh, and what an adventure it has been so far. Hang on, let's do a quick look here. Oh, anything crazy? Oh, maybe. There's a few foily things in there. I don't think anything is a fracture foil, but we'll see. Oh, man. This has been so fun to open. Doubling season. Oh my gosh, I forgot that that was in here. Talk about doubling my excitement. But that was bad. But man, I forgot some of these cards were in here. And we just hadn't seen it yet. And there it is. It just comes waltzing in like it owns the place. Scion of the Deep. Arabo First Fang, Anthem, Blasphemous, Time Stop. All right, we're back. Kranko, Mountain, and let's see, any special in that one? Nope. All right, rolling on. Yeah, man, I forgot Doubling Season in there. Although now that I think about it, I remember. Oh my gosh, I don't remember anything. Man, another bloodthirsty conqueror. Oh yeah, I called him something else earlier. I totally got that wrong earlier. I definitely did not say that. I called him I think I said Impetuous Bloodlord. That's an entirely different card. I am very sorry about that, editor. In hindsight, you probably said something back then. Forgive me. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Wow. That's the one we've seen the most of. I'm pretty sure this is one of the more desired ones. Maybe perhaps he's not one of the, shall we say, rarer ones of his of the slot that he can fall in. But yeah, very excited to see him. Me personally, the one that I'm looking forward to the most, I know he's not necessarily like the biggest of the hits, but I've talked about it before in some of the other videos previously. I am so looking forward to pulling one of these Japanese alt arts of Progenitus. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I'm putting that energy out there. He's coming home. I am very much looking forward to him showing up. Because it's a callback to when I first started playing the game. I really got into the game right around the time that the Alara block started, right between Lorwyn going into Alara. And there we go. Boom. Another one of those. And as a young player, seeing this 10/10 for 10 mana, but the mana is 2 of each of the 5. So it's got this just massive, cost going across the pips, as we call it. And it says protection from everything. It's like, as a young player, as a kid, let's say, you look at that and just, whoa. It's very awe-striking to see something like that. Spinner of Souls, Raise the Past, Mossborn Hydra, Valkyrie Call, Drakuseth, and an island. Let's see, did we get any? Nope. Okay. Oh man, this has been just a tremendous first box to open. First box to open. Abyssal Harvester, Genesis Wave, Lunar Insight, Forest. Going into, let's have a look. And, okay. Yeah, man, what a great way to start this off. So perhaps the fracture foils are, a 1 point, something very small, but like 1 per case. That's interesting to see. And gosh, what a great pull. Oh man, I forgot everything that was on that guest star list. Was Doubling Season, was that? No, that's actually in the set. Okay, yeah, that is standard. Man, I forgot they brought back Embercleave. Gosh, look at that. Oh, come on. There we go. Man, how cool is that? That's a callback to the original Eldraine set. Embercleave, man. Gosh, that's going to be in standard again? Man, oh, hey, boom, double mythic. Quilled Greatworm right behind it. Oh, my goodness. Alicia, Kellen, Day of Judgment. Dang. It's just all over the place, folks. Just an explosive set. We've gotten so many cool things. We've seen stuff at every rarity level that this set has to offer, just all over the place. Such a bounty, if you will. Let me sleeve this up as we come to a close and just take a look at, gosh, how well we've done. It has been just incredible. I mean, just incredible. Nothing else to say, really, there. Oh, my God. Wait a minute, folks. I've done it again. There it is. As I was reaching past it, I thought, what the heck is that doing there? But it's because we're not done yet. But could you blame me? We get so many incredible things, you'd think you're done. You know, it's like, that's all it has left to give. But it's not. It's not done yet, folks. Oh, my gosh. We have more. All right. Let's rip through this. Boom. Quilled Great Worm. Nice to see you again, sir. Kellen. High Fae Trickster. Lathril. And Rune-Scarred Demon. Island. And, oh, there we go. There's one. And, yep. Oh, Heir Apparent. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to remember. I think I referenced it briefly at the very beginning of the video. If, like, there was something in the comment slot that was worth seeing. Yep. This actually, oddly enough, we went through a whole case, and of course, I could be wrong. There's probably another one in there somewhere, but that's the first one I noticed of Heir Apparent. Let's just briefly just take a look at it. It falls in the same vein as the Relentless Rats, you know, where you can have any number of them in a deck. But yeah, when it enters, make a number of 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to the number of other creatures you control named Heir Apparent. A deck can have any number. 2/2 for 2. Yeah, I mean, just talk about just exploding tokens. But it's an interesting observation I'm making that I don't think we got hardly any of them in an entire case. Is it possible? Is it possible that this card... Now, granted, we're opening Collector, and perhaps when you're in the play boosters, you might see, more commonly, because again, it is a common. But is it possible that it's actually hard to get these? That can't be right, folks. They designed it to have any number of them in a deck, and yet they made them a little more rare. That's interesting. We might see the same sort of thing happen like we did with, I'm trying to remember the name, Slime Against Humanity, or I think it was Slime or Slimes Against Humanity. It was that sorcery that came out of the murders at Karlov Manor, where, again, any number in the deck, it was a sorcery instead of just being a creature outright, but it made slimes with 1/1 counters, and I think they had trample as well. But I think at the last time I bothered to check, those were going for like $2 to $3 a card. Because it's like you can have any number of them in the deck, so their demand is disproportionate to other cards like it. Anyway, we're going to get back into it, but it was cool to see that. And I'm surprised it took me this long to either notice or to actually get one. It's probably just that I didn't notice, you know. I'm so under the weather, my cognitive functions are diminished, as my brother would say. My brother's a robot, by the way. Ajani, Caller of the Pride. There we are. That's real, by the way. My brother, who shall remain nameless for the time being, he is actually part machine. At the end of the day, we have to, plug him in. He's got a Type-C USB charger, just like a cell phone, like an Android cell phone. And, he would plug him into the wall. Every now and then he goes through software updates. Whenever I take him to Starbucks to refuel, he goes up to those poor art majors standing behind the counter, and he towers over them because he's about 6.5 feet tall. Again, because he's a robot. And they say, "Oh, hey, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you?" "I'll have a 30-ounce black iced tea with no additives." The heck does that even mean? And of course they're stammering. It's like, so you don't want any, no sugar in it? It's like, "I do not want any additives." You can just hear him like powering up the death ray when he says it like that. What a weird guy. Love him, but what a weird guy. No additives. All right. Kaido going into Homunculus. Hey, there you go. That's actually the second one we've gotten. Whole case, only 2. So perhaps this is actually a much rarer card than I realized. the sire of 7 deaths. Hey, Bloodthirsty Conqueror. He's back again. It's the only normal one I think we've gotten. What a statement to make, isn't it, folks? That it was easier for me to get a shatter foil of him than it was to get the regular him. All right. I mean, that's not exactly true, but we're going to act like it is. Swiftfoot Boots. And let's see, what else? Nope, that was it. 2 packs left of this first just incredible legendary box. Banner of Kinship. Okay. Kaikar, Galta, Atali. Hey, they came together. God, nobody ever talks about the other cycle of those dinosaurs. They just weren't worth remembering as much, I guess. I mean, to be fair, those are the best too, but... Loot. Swamp. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Anything? And nope. All right. Last pack, folks. Let's see what we've got. Kaido into preposterous proportions. Okay. Sear Slicer Goblin. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Sear Slicer Goblin. Again? Yeah, that was again. Interesting. Alicia, who laughs at fate. Island. Zombify. Fire Spitter. Imprisoned in the Moon. Dreadwing Scavenger. Whoa. Evolving Wilds. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to play that bit anymore. And think twice. I better think twice before I make that joke again. Wow. All right, let's bust out a sleeve for this 9 Lives Familiar. Had such a interesting texture to feel on the hand. All those mana symbols. Wow. A cool looking card. This actually reminds me of like the OG I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a reprint. I'm fairly sure. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. But that style where that slightly bowed frame. Oh my gosh, let me get into frame while I talk about frame. But that slightly bowed frame, it reminds me of all of the like OG Planeswalker, like that first 2 cycles from Lorwyn and Alara respectively. I gotta say, that's probably, of all of the Planeswalkers that came out of that era, I think the OG Nico Bolas is probably, I think that's the one I looked at and just, it was the most like awe-striking of all of the Planeswalkers at the time. 3 color cost, and it's just this slender, upright dragon, it's so cool. But they had that same style frame. All right, we've reached the end of this box. Oh my gosh, let's just do a roundup of these hits. I mean, because we got so many of them, folks. So many good things to talk about. I could just put all of those mythic cards out here, but I mean, let's just do a roundup here. I'm going to put all the mana foils right there. All of the Japanese right there. Guest stars right there. Let's see. Oh, I mean, tons of Planeswalkers. Oh, another guest star. My gosh. Just so many good things to get out of here. Obviously, they're all running the gambit. Oh, I didn't sleeve that up yet. Oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible card salesman. I didn't sleeve that one either. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and dock my pay. Hey, editor, just make a note of that. It's time to dock my pay. My behavior is unacceptable. He's probably thinking, it's about time. All right. And let's set the rest of those aside. Oh my gosh, as I get some sleeves for this. Let's see here. There we are. Very gingerly, very respectful of these cards. We don't want to cause any accidental harm to this. Just, I mean, look at that, folks. What an incredible case opening. 6 boxes, and they yielded such a bounty of just explosive stuff. Wow. Incredible. And again, let's just take another look at that of the star of the show of this video. Actually, I'm gonna pull him out of the sleeve just because the sleeve does interfere with the autofocus on the camera just a little bit. Let's have a look there. Come on. There we go, camera. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Just incredible card. Definitely star of the show there. Stole the show. Ran away with it. He's never coming back with it. Just an incredible box opening, folks. And I'm so grateful that you could all be here to be part of that. Now, a quick plug before we wrap this bad boy up. Again, we are a seller on tcgplayer.com. Check out that link down below. Everything you see here in this video, hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, everything you see in this video will be live and ready for purchase. So, if you want to get your hands on one of the many Bloodthirsty Conquerors that we pulled throughout the opening of this case, go ahead and check out that link down below. We're going to have everything listed there. Everything for sale, from the commonest common to the rarest rare. It'll all be for sale. And again, my name has been Taylor with Tower Cards and Games. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Have a great day.
You meant, you only know the time we spent. Take the pain from my heart and make it whole again.